I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Brahmins, and welcome back to a Wednesday on campus. You should be doing con today and different lessons in your classes. Just a couple reminders, seniors, buy your cap and gown. I know it's annoying, but if you just purchase it, I won't annoy you because you have exactly 1 month from today to purchase your cap and gown. I will get an updated list on Friday as to who has purchased one. Remember, it's only like $46. That's all it is. And just purchase it as soon as possible, because once that 15th deadline stops, we have to give you a phone number, and then you have to personally call and talk to someone on a phone. And no one likes doing that. No one. So just do it online. It makes it easier. December 5th is our junior class ring ceremony. So if you are participating in that and you purchased a ring, just know that that is at 6 p.m. that night. Invites should be going out through Jostin sometime this week as well to you all. That's all I got.
All right. Good morning, Brahmin. So last night we had our soccer against the Wildcats. JV lost 4-0, unfortunately, but our varsity boys kicked butt. They won 4-1 against the Wildcats. So great job. Tonight, girls have their soccer game against Fort Pierce Central, and that is at 6 o'clock tonight here at home. IDs, ticket spigot, all of the good things. Have a great day.
And if you're coming to watch the girls tonight, umbrella, rain jacket, just bring those things into the stadium with you, because you're going to need them, because the rain that we had last night for the entirety of the boys' games, I believe, is supposed to be there tonight for the girls' games. So I'm telling you to come prepared, because, the weather, they play in the rain. It was great last night as far as the game itself was great. The weather, well, that's another story. But come prepared if you're coming tonight to watch the game. Freshmen, hopefully you turned in your canned goods and non-perishables. Today was the last day. Miss Erin will give us an update at some point with the totals for the Thanks for Giving food drive. And if you haven't completed your Take Stock in Children application, please get on that. Mrs. Kidd?
Today's progress report day. So you will be getting your progress reports today through homeroom. Make sure you show your parents, and any zeros you have, be sure to take care of them. You still got 4 weeks. You still got some time to get your grades up. The PBIS event was scheduled for today, but remember, it was moved till tomorrow just because today is expected to be a rainy day during lunch. At the PBIS event, you can purchase popcorn, popsicles, and lemonade, but this is just during lunch. So just to clear some confusion, I got some emails. This is not like what we did at the end of first quarter. This is kind of just like a mini PBIS event, again, where you could just purchase some snacks, 5 Brahmin bucks each. And that's all I have.
All right. Make it a good one, as together we
move forward.
Be great.
And be Brahmins.
All day.
Bye.
Hello, welcome back to this month's wellness video. My name is Katherine Williams and I'm the Director of Mental Health and Behavioral Supports. It's great to see you again. Last month we discussed coping and coping strategies. We also call it self-care. You may also hear the terms self-awareness and self-management. It's very important to take care of yourself, know your limits, have a consistent, healthy routine in place, and practice your self-care. Before we dive into this month's content, we want to establish a few ground rules for our classrooms. As we present our topics, these ground rules will help us have productive and respectful discussions, as well as safe learning environments within our classrooms. Our first ground rule is that we should all listen with an open mind. We need to respect each other's beliefs and opinions, even if we do not agree. We will avoid personal stories. It is okay to ask questions and to share information with the class. However, we want to be sure to leave individual names out of the stories or questions. Next, we will be supportive of one another. We will not tease or make fun of anyone or anything that is said in this class. We will listen when someone is speaking, and only one person will speak at a time. We will be respectful. Our last and most important ground rule is that whatever is shared in this room stays in this room. This is a safe space to speak and ask questions. What is said in this room should not be gossiped about later in the hallways, cafeteria, classrooms, or on social media. However, please know that we want you to discuss with your parents or guardians the material that is presented in our videos. It is important to note that if a student discloses harmful behavior or potential harmful behavior to any adult, that adult is required by law to report that behavior. Today we are going to talk more about removing the stigma on mental health, how to help yourself, a friend, or family member that is struggling with a mental health concern or a mental health challenge, and the resources that are available and how to access those resources. Do you know what this means? Let's take a look. Mental health illness is diagnosed when it affects a person's thinking, emotional state and behavior, and when it disrupts the person's ability to work, attend school, or carry out daily activities. Stress, anxiety, and depression can be associated with mental health concerns, but there are more. Some signs and symptoms of mental health challenges are emotional changes. This can mean feeling depressed or hopeless, social isolation, self-injuring, prior suicidal thinking and or behaviors, having family members or friends who have attempted or died by suicide, stressful events, abuse or trauma, significant physical and behavioral changes, and drug and alcohol abuse. Mental health has been a big topic of conversation recently. In fact, the Okeechobee County School District created a whole department solely devoted to mental health and behavior. If you'll recall from our first wellness video, we really want to stop the stigma about mental health. What's a stigma? Teachers, please pause the video here to review the definition of stigma. Yes, you're correct. Saying there's a stigma toward mental health means that there may be negative attitudes towards mental health and mental health concerns because of a lack of understanding about mental health. We want to educate ourselves about mental health so that we can not only educate ourselves, but also help educate others. We need to break the negative stigma about mental health. Let's watch this video about breaking the stigma.
What would you do if your friend came up to you and said,
I'm struggling with depression.
what would you do?
If your friend had a panic attack.
It's hard to know what to do. What to say.
It's hard when you want to help, but don't know how.
Here's how you can help a friend in need.
You can say, I'm here for you. You're not alone in this.
You're not alone in this.
I will listen to you.
We are going to figure this out.
We are going to figure this out.
You are important to me.
You are important to me, and I care about what you're going through.
Then,
Then, be there. Be a friend.
be a friend. Be a friend.
Go with them as they seek help. Listen.
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 Like, really listen.
Like, really listen.
Seek to understand.
Seek to understand, not judge. Not judge.
Lastly,
Educate yourself.
educate yourself.
Share this video with your friends.
Share this video with your friends.
Use the hashtag more than a stigma. Use the hashtag more than a stigma. Let's see past the stigma of mental illness.
Let's see past the stigma of mental illness. Let's see past the stigma of mental illness.
There are resources at school and in the community that can help you or someone else with any mental health related issues that you are experiencing. These resources include, but are not limited to, school counselors, agency counselors, crisis counselors, behavior interventionists, hotlines, small group counseling, and mentoring. You also may be able to speak to your parents or guardians. Getting help can be a personal and difficult choice. It starts with talking to someone. Talk to a trusted adult. I know that we want to talk to our friends, but it's very important to talk to a trusted adult. I know that we want to talk to our friends, but it's very important to talk to a trusted adult. That adult may not have all of the answers, but he or she will know who to talk to get you the help that you need from the school or the community. Additionally, being honest with a friend, meaning suggesting that maybe that friend needs to speak to someone about what is going on, will best help that friend. Let's watch a video about qualities of a trusted adult.
Trusted adult is someone I can depend on.
Trustworthiness.
They're inspired.
When I think of trusted adult, I think of someone I can count on.
Respect.
A mentor is someone you trust.
When I think of a trusted adult, I think of someone who's positive.
A good listener.
Trusted adult, I think of someone I can bond with.
Caring.
When I think of a trusted adult, I think of somebody that I can talk to easily.
Funny.
I feel safe around my trusted adult because he's a police officer.
When I think of a trusted adult, I think of somebody that I can go to at a hard time.
They're always there to support you.
When you say mentor, I think of healthy relationship.
Trustworthy.
When I think of trusted adult, I think of someone who I can talk to when I feel sad.
Kind.
A mentor is someone that's an adult.
Dependable.
I think of a trusted adult, I think of someone inspirational.
You stand up for they're trustworthy enough to not tell others.
A mentor is someone who will listen to you.
Always there.
Dependable.
A mentor is someone you can look up to.
A trusted adult is a good educator and listener.
Trustworthy.
Caring.
They're funny.
A mentor is somebody that you can look up to and they can teach you things.
Good advice.
A mentor is somebody who always inspires you to do your best.
They're dependable. Mutual friendship.
Mentors are honest with you.
They're inspiring.
You can lay down. You can count on them.
Someone that helped me with my goals.
Mentors are true.
A mentor to me is someone who teaches me to think before I act.
Are great role models.
A mentor is someone who helps you get from the bottom to the top.
So dependable.
Mentors are not judging.
You can trust. It's an adult, like your mom or your dad, that you can explain things to, like your secrets.
Wow, very nice. Can you beat that? What do you think is a trusted adult?
Someone you trust? I don't know.
What do you think is a trusted adult?
Someone you can tell anything to.
Anything to. Great answer. What do you think is a trusted adult?
I don't like talking in videos. You're talking in a video right now.
You're close, but that's not quite the answer I'm looking for.
I don't know.
Try it one more time, or this video is going to last forever.
The video will last. Someone that loves you.
Oh, that is a great answer. Anything to add?
Nope.
They're funny.
Some of the struggles that teens face can include a breakup, divorce of parents, loss of a loved one or pet, DCF involvement, homelessness, abuse, and academic issues. Can you think of other challenges? Do you know the signs and symptoms of depression and suicide? Here are some signs and symptoms. Some suicidal warning signs can include suicidal threats, notes, plans, and or social media posts. Some people may begin to give away their favorite items. There could be a preoccupation with death or noticeable changes in behavior, including sleeping, eating, or appearance. Other times, there may be extreme mood swings or even withdrawal. Remember, there is always hope for you and others. If you or someone you know is experiencing any of these signs or symptoms of suicide, please go to a trusted adult at school or at home, such as a parent or guardian, teacher, school counselor, or SRO. When we talk about helping others, there are many ways to show kindness. Can you share a time when you helped a friend who was struggling with a problem? We need to show empathy to our friends. Do you know what empathy means? Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of someone else. Sympathy is feeling an emotion about the situation, but we need to put ourselves in someone else's shoes to really be able to show empathy. Now we're going to watch a video illustrating why we should show empathy. Can you think of any time that you showed empathy to a friend? Teachers, please pause the video now to allow students to share examples. Wow, those are some great examples. How does it make you feel when you help someone in need? It makes you feel better about yourself too. Helping someone in need can help that person persevere. What does that mean? Perseverance means that someone keeps doing something even though it may be super hard. So in other words, when we feel like we're being helped or supported, it gives us motivation to keep working through the hard task or situation. This is perseverance. You may also hear the term grit. Yes, grits are something you can eat for breakfast, but in this case, when we say someone has grit, we mean that they keep moving toward a goal. They have perseverance, which means they also have grit. And then, if you remember our resilience talk from last month, perseverance and grit help us with resiliency, which is the ability to bounce back. Let's look at this a little more.
Perseverance, tenacity, doing the hard things. It's also called grit. Has a nice ring to it, huh? It kind of brings up visions of John Wayne after a hard day's work. Simply put, grit is about persevering, being tenacious, never giving up. You've heard the saying, when the going get tough, the tough get going. But that's not the whole picture. You see, being tougher only gets you so far. There's a difference between slogging through the mud with your head hung low and really persevering. And that difference is your purpose, your why behind the effort. Have you ever done something really, really hard? What kept you going? What kept you from quitting? I'm guessing it wasn't because you just loved the pain of the harder road. No, you had grit because you had your eye on the prize, a worthwhile reason to keep persevering. Mountain climbers, they don't climb the mountain because they love the severe cold and the aching legs. No, they do it for the end result, the view, the conquest, the sense of accomplishment, the knowledge that they did what few others have ever done. And do they get tired? Want to give up? Sometimes even fail? You bet. but their purpose sustains, produces, you could even say inspires their grit. They know that failure is not a permanent condition. The brain grows during challenges, and strength, it perseveres. So the next time you're tired, feeling worn out, ready to throw in the towel, stop and ask yourself the why, the purpose, the passion, the reason for your grit. And then get back up, look at the prize, and ask yourself, is this worth my sweat? And if it is, then go after it with that grit-filled stride, knowing that this truly is an essential skill.
Time to check your knowledge. What would you do in this situation? Mike shares with you that he is feeling sad, depressed, and hopeless today because of relationship issues. Teachers, please pause the video to allow students to discuss. Great job. I like how you listened non-judgmentally, were honest with him, and you asked who his trusted adult is and immediately went to that adult for help. It is important to remember not to leave the person alone. If you receive a call, text, or email, please do not disregard the comments. You need to immediately tell an adult who can get in contact with their parent or guardian. What would you do if a parent was not home with you or you could not reach your friend's guardian? You are correct. Stay on the phone with your friend and call 911 and have someone dispatched out to their home. Your friend may be mad at you for some time, but remember, it's better to lose a friendship than a friend. Okay, so now we are going to watch a short video on how to help a friend who is struggling.
What I would say is that very often the face of depression or the face of mental illness can sometimes look different to what you anticipate. I imagine it a bit like an analogy of looking at planet Earth from space, and from far away it can look inharmonious and peaceful and okay, but actually when you get up closer you realize there's a lot of conflict and a lot of difficulties. So I would say to friends to remember to keep engaging with your friends, to keep checking in, leaning in to them and checking out how they're doing, to include them constantly, even if every time you ask they say, I don't want to, I just want to stay at home, leave me alone. Include, don't exclude. And I think the final thing I would say for adolescents is to let a trusted adult know that this kind of issue shouldn't be on your shoulders alone, that this is a big issue, and if you're very concerned about your friends, speak to a trusted adult.
Next, let's review the phone numbers and helplines that you can use for help. That number is on the screen and is 1-800-273-TALK or 8255. There is also a new number for that same hotline that is 988. You can call or text to 988. The option to text HOME, HOME, to 741-741 is still available too. Also, you can always call 211 if you just want to talk to someone, or 911. These hotlines and texting options are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There is always hope. Remember that during our last video, we asked you to make sure that you have some helpful coping and self-care strategies that can help you when you need to calm down, relax, or de-stress. This is part of good self-awareness. We also showed you some strategies at the beginning of this video. Some very helpful ones are deep breathing, reading, music, journaling, exercising, talking it out with a trusted adult, and creating a routine. Today's relaxation activity is called shoulder roll breathing. First, sit comfortably in your chair with your feet flat on the floor. Next, take a deep breath in through your nose and relax your entire body. Now roll your shoulders up to your ears as you inhale deeply for a count of 3. Breathe out through your mouth and roll your shoulders down and back. as far from your ears as you can get as you exhale for a count of 4. Repeat slowly in a continuous movement of shoulder rolls while breathing in and out. We hope you learned from this lesson. If you would like to continue this discussion outside of class, we invite you to talk with your teachers, parent, or guardians and ask them how they think mental health stigma impacts families and communities. Use what we've discussed today in class as part of your conversation. Today's wellness video lesson and activities were developed by our district licensed mental health professionals. Remember, we want you to know that it's okay to speak with someone if you feel you need some help or support. Teachers are available, and you can always see your school counselor and talk to your parents or guardians. We hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and we look forward to seeing you for our next wellness video.